Welcome to TC2000 version 11. Let's take a few minutes to discover what's new in this fresh release. One of the biggest new functions is the ability to create a condition on the fly from your chart and instantly rank any watch list by that condition. We call it quick sort. For instance, let's find out what stocks in the Russell 1000 currently have price crossing up through the bottom of the Bollinger Band that's showing on our daily chart here. So I'm going to click on Price History and choose Quick Sort. And then I'm going to choose to create a relationship between price history and the Bollinger Bands. You'll notice I've got a lot of options here. I'm going to choose Crossing Up Through Channel Bottom, and let's change our color a little bit, because this is going to show us a check mark over here in our watch list for any stock in this watch list that has our condition of price crossing up through the bottom of the Bollinger Band. I click Sort. It's going to sort our watch list. Let's hit the Home key, go up to the top of our list, and you'll note 4 blue check marks here. Each one of these stocks is going to share the same condition over on the bottom right of our price chart. Price on the most recent candle is going to be crossing up through that bottom Bollinger Band. Now understand, this is not a canned sort. We just created this custom condition and set its parameters on the fly. And then we used it to rank our watch list. Quicksort can do this with any indicator set to any parameters, and if you're Platinum TC2000, it'll do it in real time. Notice the columns that already exist in my watch list. If I click on Stochastics less than 20, a condition I created from my chart, you'll notice that I get my check marks here, and all of these stocks are going to share that condition of an oversold stochastic. So as I hit my space bar, I'm looking at all the oversold stocks in the Russell 1000. I can also sort on another condition that I had previously put up as a watch list column, which is TSV crossing up through its signal line. And so if I click on this, you'll note that every one of these stocks is going to share that condition at the end of the chart as well, which is TSV crossing up through its signal line or its moving average. And Quicksort allows you to do this with any of the indicators in the newly expanded indicator library. We've added tons of indicators to the library, lots of new ones, and even some that are pretty hard to find. Of course, we have our Warden proprietary indicators. So for instance, I can click on Balance of Power and add the bot plot here to the bottom of my chart. Just a side note, notice that I also have 4 different panes on my chart now. That's another new feature, being able to have more than 3 indicator panes. I could also add one of my favorite new indicators, which is called Volume at Price. And that's a histogram that sits on my price chart and shows me the total cumulative volume of buying and selling at different price levels. Now, let me go to an intraday chart. I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart. And if I scroll out, you can see this is today's trading, and that yellow line up there was yesterday's close. So far the activity today on this particular stock has been below the previous day's close. What I want to do is add an intraday indicator called VWAP, Volume Weighted Average Price. Very simply, it's just the average price traders have paid for a stock on an intraday basis. And I want to create a condition of price crossing that VWAP. So I'm going to click on VWAP, choose Quick Sort. I'm going to click here to create a relationship with price history. And I'm going to want the VWAP crossing down through the price history. I'm going to go ahead and click Sort. It's going to sort my watch list, and all of these stocks at the top of my watch list with the blue check mark currently on a 5-minute chart have price and VWAP crossing, which if you happen to trade volume weighted average price is pretty significant for you. Because TC2000 has this kind of streaming data at all price levels, you'll never have to manually update your data again. Every time you open the program, it's current to the market. Plus, any PCFs you have are always instantly available for sorting or scanning or even creating custom indicators. And of course, one of your favorite features, Easy Scan, is even faster now. Let's quickly create a new Easy Scan. We'll call this Popping Stocks, and I'm going to scan the whole U.S. market. I'm going to add my conditions, and the first is I want price to be greater than $5. I want price also to be moving up. Not an easy thing because we're kind of in a down day today. And I want it to be moving up fairly fast. I also want to add a condition called range surge, which actually is a PCF. And I want that to rank in the top quarter of the market. And I want one other condition, which is volume surge. So I'm looking for surging stocks or popping stocks, and I want it to also rank in the top quarter of the market for volume surge. I click apply and OK, and I've got 4 stocks that meet my condition on a daily chart of price moving up fast, on a volume surge, and a range surge, which means it's going to have a big candle, and they're at least $5. And as we spacebar through our charts, let me show you this. If I click on the middle window on the industry and the industry 2 or sub-industry list, every time I click on one of my active symbols, it's going to load in one of these lists the sub-industry components, in other words, the other companies that do pretty much the same thing, and the industry components, which are the broad area of commerce that that particular stock is under. You notice how all of this happens really fast. And the reason is all of the data and all of the calculations happen on our server, which makes your sorting and your scanning not only simple, but really fast. Now, as I find a stock chart that I'm interested in, I'm going to go ahead and click on one of my drawing tools, and I'm going to draw a trend line here on my chart, and I'm going to click on it to set an alert, because I want to know when that trend line gets violated out here in the future. So I'm going to back my chart up a little bit. When I set that alert, if I go to my alert manager, you'll notice that I've got a trend line alert running on Netflix. You'll also notice down here I had one fire this morning just a little while ago on AON. Going to go ahead and acknowledge that one. And when this live alert on Netflix fires and that trend line is violated, 4 things are going to happen. I'm going to get a red bar up here that flashes and says new alert. I'm going to get an audio sound on my computer, and I'm going to get emails at 2 different email addresses. Now, with this new version, everything is always backwards compatible, meaning all your custom settings in IntelliChart 2007 can be imported to your new TC2000 version 11. But that in no way harms or overwrites the older version, and you get to continue to use your IntelliChart 2007 indefinitely, and it costs you not 1 dime more on your subscription. Finally, here's just a few last things that you'll want to check out in version 11. One is you have a lot more data than you had before. If I drop my watch list menu, you'll notice you have Canadian data now, you have streaming Forex charts, you have the bulletin boards and pink sheets, a lot more symbols that you can sort and scan and do all your studies on. Also, you can take your charts with you with TC2000 Mobile. You have access to your watch list, your chart templates, your easy scans, all the major watch lists in the system, all available on your mobile device. And finally, you can even access your TC2000 in a web browser so that you get access to your charts and settings from any computer anywhere in the world. Well, that's just a quick overview of some of the new features. I really hope you enjoy TC2000 version 11.